The intention of this video is just to ask questions. I haven't come up with any solid answers yet, but I do have a pilot's license. I am not an expert pilot. I am not a professional pilot, and this isn't expert advice. This is just an observation of somebody who sees something a little strange here. And I want to find out if you see anything strange with this flight 5342 and Pat 25, the helicopter and the plane crash that just happened. I've sped up the action right here so that you can see that it's easy to see how somebody could come away with the opinion that this looks like it was intentional. I'm going to show you some of the radio traffic that was involved in this crash right here. But you can see Pat 25, which is the helicopter, almost goes out of its way to take an extreme right turn so that they could come into contact with Flight 5342. First of all, let's take a look at the crash from the perspective of the old camera footage and the new video footage that has just been released. You got Pat 25 right here making, according to the air traffic control radar, he's made a right turn as Flight 5342 is descending on its approach to land. This is a little bit more clear than the initial video. There's the helicopter right here. And here's the airplane. All right, here's the different perspective right here. We're going to look at it a couple times. At this point, how does the helicopter not see the airplane? Is he not looking out the front? Is he distracted? What's going on here? All right, let's look at this one more time. Plenty of time, plenty of room to take an evasive maneuver. Now, before we get into the air traffic radio chatter, I just want to point out that from this frame to the point of impact is 7 seconds. 7 seconds. Enough time for the helicopter pilot or air traffic control to say, hey, you need to descend to 200 feet or you need to take an extreme left turn right now. Why isn't anybody doing anything here? This accident looks perfectly preventable. And let me just show you the sped up version of what we see on radar. Does it not look to you like Pat 25 made an intentional right turn into the flight path of 5342? And why did air traffic control allow this to happen? Yeah, Pat 25 requested visual separation twice and was approved twice by air traffic control. Why didn't air traffic control just say, I'll tell you what, here's what I need you to do, Pat 25. We've got 4352 on approach for landing on runway 33, and I need you to take a left turn, say heading 090 immediately. Look at this. 5342 is cleared for a landing. Pat 25 should not have been anywhere near the landing field. So let's take a look at this air traffic control radio chatter.
789, contact Stone Park, good day.
Have a good day.
American 3130, slow to final.
Slow on American 3130.
Pat 25, traffic just off the Wilson Bridge to CRJ at 1,200 feet, start runway 33.
And there you go. There's the warning. Pat 25, traffic just south of the Woodrow Bridge, a CRJ. It's 1,200 feet, setting up for runway 33. The obvious question we should all be asking at this point is why, especially after receiving this information from the DCA tower, does the pilot of Pat 25 continue to make a right-hand turn, seemingly going out of his way to get into the airspace of a plane that he knows is descending onto runway 33? Just as importantly, it should also be noted here that from the time the DCA tower informs Pat 25 that flight 5342 is descending onto runway 33 from 1,200 feet until impact, we're talking a time lapse of 59 seconds. So for nearly a minute, Pat 23 could easily have taken just a little effort to steer away from runway 33 entirely. If he did, nearly 70 souls would be alive today. The question is, why didn't he steer away?
Scott has a trip inside request visual separation.
So Pat 25 requests visual separation, which means he's operating under VFR, visual flight rules, while flight 5342 is under instrument flight rules, or IFR, and DCA tower approves visual separation, which means it's the responsibility of Pat 25 to look out for any other air traffic in the area.
American 1630 tower, runway 1 left void, traffic through Alpha, runway 33, dispatch 16 off funnel.
Left void, runway 1.
Whiskey 5307, keep rolling out to November, ground 47 today. American 1630 to 1 star 320 and 14, Duck 25, traffic 2 mile left base, runway 33, no delay, runway 1 clear for immediate takeoff.
Number 1, clear for takeoff, American 1630.
Pat 25 continued to make that right turn into the flight traffic, descending to runway 33.
Pat 25,
Did you see that right there? DCA tower conflict alert warning. Now, for those who may not know, a tower conflict alert warning is a notification given by air traffic control tower to pilots, alerting them of a potential collision risk with another aircraft in their airspace, indicating that their flight path may put them dangerously close to another aircraft based on the tower's monitoring of the airspace. So the tower knew that the aircraft, the Pat 25, was dangerously close to 5342. Pat 25 is going to ask again for a visual separation, and it will be approved again by air traffic control.
Pat 25, CRJ in flight. Pat 25, pass line is CRJ.
Pat 25 has a aircraft in sight, request.
So you get that? Pat 25 has the aircraft in sight, request visual separation. Visual separation is approved.
American 4782 by Batten now for a visual.
American 472, Washington, 1 star 320 17.
Now you can hear the shock of the people in the DCA tower.
1 star 320 17.
Alright, this is Win. Tower, did you see that?
American 472. American 3130, go around, turn left in 250, climb maintain 3000.
Okay, left heading 350, 3000, American 3130.
Again, I'm not making any assertions here, but doesn't it seem like this entire tragic situation was preventable? And why did Pat 25 make such an aggressive right-hand turn onto the flight traffic of descending aircraft approaching for runway 33? And why didn't ATC take control of the situation and tell Pat 25 exactly what they wanted them to do? Leave your thoughts in the comments section below. If you've unearthed any additional information, it might be really, really helpful to figure out what actually happened here and why it happened. I will see you in the next video.